kills for BDK Kid. Will he get the 5th one?
But a big shatter from Juko High takes
Big play from O again, putting the jab to Victus. Wins the match.
Massive blossom from Claus getting into the back
An
line.
impressive job there by Infuse Gaming. Really
Full
smart.
hold for Careless Panda.
Alt F4 puts the close.
Crimson picked up a third. Can he get a fourth?
First one will be rocking with the death block. Pick up 1.
And now we see the Shadow Sepulchre triage coming down with the death block.
Got 3 on the point now, and inside.
Holy Jalapeno just rolled straight.
Freezing Maxis on the soldier.
That's Karma's gonna take up this victory.
The top block picks up 3.
There will be illusion.
Arise, finds 3 in the fight against
A full 6K for Shamanzi.
Finding 4 with the death blossom.
And now you better back down, cause I'm coming for you. Better back down, cause I'm coming for you. Better back down, cause I'm coming for you. Better back down, cause I'm coming for you.
End your life.
Hello everybody, welcome back to yet another night in the last night of the year here for Overwatch Tranquility. We are bringing to you the Discord All-Star Games here. We've got the Amber team versus the Obsidian team, and tonight casting for you will be me, Door, and we've got J-Star with us. J-Star, how you doing, bud?
Doing really good. Going to be a very great night filled with a lot of good competition. Going to be a jam-packed night. Looking really forward to it, Door.
All right, now if there's ever a definition of a stacked team, it's going to be these ones, but these games are not necessarily, I don't want to say not serious, but we're going to be having a little bit of fun here, as we've got a lot of fun, interesting game modes coming up for you. We will have some Goats Row played, we will have off-roll players, and we will have a little bit of Mystery Heroes. But up first, we have 2 maps that are going to be played a little bit more seriously, as we're playing Lijiang Tower, but we're playing it first to 3 instead of first to 2. And you want to help me break down these rosters for me? You want to take on the Amber roster here?
The Amber roster with Courage, Cryptic Force, Smugs, J-Vice, Ice, and Arise. Man, that is a very, very stacked roster right there. Cryptic Force, an excellent Sigma player. One of the better Sigma players in the Discord tier. Courage, an excellent main tank player as well. J-Vice, one of the best projectile DPSs, and along with Smugs, that's going to be a very deadly combo. Ice and Arise are 2 very good supports as well. Going to be very interesting to see how this map plays out here, Door.
Yeah, I want to see some of that Courage Roadhog, but the question is, can Cryptic Force really come up on the main tank to allow him to do it? But seeing some of that Orisa Roadhog with Courage on it would be a fun one to watch. But breaking down the Obsidian team for us, we have Sir Andy and Kingdom on the tank line, Shiro and Pyro on DPS, and Veets and Koro on support. One thing I'm going to be looking out for, especially on Lijiang Tower as we get into it, is going to be Pyro's Pharah. That'll be a big one to break down. And honestly, I think individual player-wise, Obsidian might have it by just a hair, but I think one of the biggest advantages here is the fact that Amber has Ice on it, and Ice is such a fantastic person for bringing a team together, especially on such short notice, like these teams are. And I think that's going to give him a real advantage coming into this. What do you think?
Absolutely. Anytime when I play Pugs with Ice in the community, he always is the meshing gel, you know, always keeps everybody together. And it's always a fun time when Ice is around. So yeah, Ice can be a very big factor here on why this Amber team does good.
Now loading in the map, we see Cryptic Force on a Roadhog and Courage on a Wrecking Ball. And Arise not locking in a hero, but I'm not sure that's what we think. The East Coast Special, that's what we'll call it. And Kingdom's locking in Diva, a hero we have not seen in a very long time. But I actually think I want to see Shiro lock the tour. No, he's going to switch to the Pharah. He's scared. That's what it is.
Probably. You know, right off the bat, we're having fun. This is what this game's about. And right off the bat, you see the East Coast Special coming out from the Amber team. It's going to be very fun to see what goes on here, Door.
Now, which team do you think gains an advantage here in the little composition battle we have going on? Because everyone's moving around in the neutral, but I think the hog hook is going to be the real question.
If Cryptic can land his hog hooks, this can be turning tides to the fight. But right as I say that, Pyro gets taken out by really early.
Pyro locking in the legs and taking out his counterpart. Shiro finds boot kill onto Arise, and Pyro trading right back onto Cryptic Force. The Obsidian team loading down this point, finding all the comes to the right when I say that. Courage trading right back alongside Ice. Maybe trying to even this one up, but it's not enough as Obsidian team. Maybe his first people to save.
Yeah, the legs from Pyro, man, coming in clutch, taking out I think But
Courage going balls deep here on the wrecking ball. Freshman ain't not gonna be doing anything, but yeah, the legs on Pyro looking to deal a lot of damage. Oh, and Cryptic goes down.
Cryptic, you need to get off the hog immediately, dude. I love you, but the hog is not the move here.
I love you, but you're not Courage.
You are not Courage, and the hog isn't getting any value here. Yeah, you're anti-dive and everything, but it's not working, dude.
I mean, this might just play out exactly like, oh, here comes Pyro, though. With the visor, going to be taken out of Rise immediately, though. Courage coming in with the mines, gaining some point control, but Core going to be picking the beats right back up. Kinda will get demexed, however. This fight slowly breaking down, but it looks like it's just going to be in favor of Obsidian team as Courage rolls around on point, but not going to be getting any kills here for his team.
Absolutely. Pyro popping that tag visor early was what really secured them that team fight. Picking up the support early on was what made them able to secure that. But we do have a little bit of a 1v1 going on. Supportal combat on point.
Oh, he's going to be taking the win here. Nobody's going to be taking it. Shiro ends up taking out Smug. Serenity wants his spook kill off the map, and yet again into the drink goes Cryptic Force off the map. Never going to get to see the light of the point is he, and 2 more kills going to be dropping down here. The Obsidian team, 71% taking down on the point, is not looking hot.
Absolutely. Serenity coming up huge. The 2 boot kills with the Primal Rage. One of his great characters is Winston, and he showed us why. Using the Primal Rage for perfection right there.
Diva Bomb will be taking out a Rise. Cryptic Force just barely able to take a breather there, save himself from yet another early death. Looks like the Amber team just wants to keep up as early as they can here.
Absolutely, and that's a big boot kill on the Courage right there. That should send him right back to spawn. Oh wait, no, this is last fight. Never mind.
Ice attempts to jump to point, but he gets taken right out of the air by Pyro. J-Vice looking to do it all on the Torbjorn. He gets the nano boost. He's looking for the turret on point. He's dealing as much damage as he can. But is it going to be enough? The monkey jumps on top of him, and Shiro ends up getting the final kill. Koro picks up Pyro. Smug's trading right back onto him. Shiro will be taking out the other support here for the Amber team. Courage trying to move the point as quickly as he can, but overtime ticking down slowly. Will Ice be able to touch? No, it's not going to be enough. 100-0. The Obsidian team takes point A.
Cryptic Force on the hog was not the move, and that ended up hurting them with not having as much dive presence. Because when Courage's ball just went in, he was the only one in there, and he got shut down very easily.
I'm not sure he ever made it across the bridge.
Yeah, no. Shiro on the far just kept on booping Cryptic off into the abyss down there. So it was definitely not the move to run the hog into that.
It was a boop, a Diva Bomb, and then the Fire Rockets. I don't know what we're doing here, but Serenity Kingdom looking to change it up. We're seeing a Reinhardt Wrecking Ball up against the Reinhardt Winston. This time it's going to be Courage locking in the hog, which is probably to their advantage.
Absolutely. I can tell you from experience, Cryptic cannot play Orisa, so that's why they're not running the Orisa with this. But Smug coming out on the Widowmaker, hit by some again.
Immediate teleport on the point. Pyro wants blood, but he gets taken out early by the support. Courage taking out Serenity, showing us why he's locking in that hog, and it's an immediate change here for the Amber team as Cryptic forcing Courage go to work on the point.
Absolutely. That first pick from Ice, getting that first pick was absolutely huge in swinging the momentum. But we do see Cryptic flying off the map, but definitely very interesting to see what everybody's doing here. Definitely a big momentum change from what we saw first point.
Alright, Pyro gonna be switching onto a Doomfist here and a Genji. Oh wait, what on earth is going on here? Alright, Pyro under Doomfist, Shiro locking in the Bjorn. Ooh. And Courage finding another one off the edge. This man's Roadhog is something to behold.
It really is. This dude can hit hooks when you don't think he can hit hooks. But that's the beauty of playing Roadhog.
J-Vicer's Genji going to work here. Rice gonna be trading on the Koro, but it's not gonna be enough. Amber team locking down this point. They look solid.
I think it was just a matter of finding their footing and letting Courage play the hog and just going to work. I think once they let that happen, they had a solid foothold on this point from here on out.
We see Serenity on the Winston and Kingdom on a Diva. I think one of the biggest things to look out for here is going to be Cryptic Force of Shadow. It has massive potential here to be huge. And if anybody can do it, he can, but he gets slept early. Will Amity be able to take advantage of it? Or City team, pardon me. The charge comes in, but it's not going to be enough. Courage has the whole hog going to be taking out Koro alongside his vulnerability field. Cryptic Force to rise. He'll look to do the rest. Oh, the point almost taking over here from Obsidian. but 3 members versus 1 Winston's almost certainly going to mean the death of Sir Andy at 74%. The point continues for the Amber team.
Yeah, absolutely. That shatter from Cryptic Force, even though it didn't get a lot of kills on the kill feed, it was still pretty good shatter. Koro trying to keep his team alive with that immortality didn't really matter though, because that thing was taken out immediately and they were just able to go to work on the thing down on the ground, so.
Lining up, not coming up on his side, but J-Vice does have the blade. He could come up big here, he's going to use it. Going in on the back line, the invulnerability field though, keeping everybody alive. James finally gets kill on Koro, another one on his feet, Focus Force is down. J-Vice done his job for the night. Gonna be going in. Cryptic Force finds a fire strike on the Pyro. Pyro down at 1 HP right behind the point. He's doing everything he can. Courage waiting patiently for the hook. He gets onto the baby diva and he does manage to find a kill before the mech comes in. And that's a map 100-0. Firing right back the Amber team, evening us up 1-1.
I feel like now that everybody's kind of on a comfort pick, this map completely changed. And I feel like they got a second to recoup themselves, you know. Now that they got a map under their belts and play with each other, they finally got everything that they needed to get going for them, and that's exactly what they did. And it's going to be very interesting here moving into point number 3.
Now, Obsidian, what changes do you think need to be seen? Because obviously it was Obsidian dominating the first round, but then once Courage and Cryptic Force got into a bit more comfort picks, it seemed like they were especially taking that second map maybe a little bit harder than Obsidian managed to take that first map. What difference does Obsidian need to make this week?
Well, as we can see from comps, they're running a pretty much meta. And that's literally what I was going to say they need to do. It's just run meta, pretty much running down their throat.
That sounds like coward speed. Cryptic Force getting walled off early, gets taken down to low speed. He does manage to find the charge however on the Kingdom of certainly dominant of the opposing Zarya. You play meta, I'll play you, says Cryptic Force. Running in like a madman, but he'll do it all on his lonesome.
Cryptic Force said, I don't care about a May while I'm hitting left shift and I'm killing your Zarya. And they just followed up with that aggression and they won that fight because of it.
But sometimes you gotta do it, and he does manage to find it. First point. It will be going home to the Amber team. Sir Andy does get slept. Up and swinging in and manages to find the kill onto his opposing main tank, backing right back into the
Yeah, that's a good point. He was Andy. He was taking down a winning team that cannot finish the round because of his glitch inside of the Obsidian team. Ooh, but they do pick him off in the return.
I don't know what a pick. Cryptic Force really did it to himself. He's playing out there in the door without the rest of his team, but you know what? I respected the aggression is on another level for this man right now. The vulnerability field does go down here for the Ember team, and right as I say that, Kingdom will be taking out Ice out of his invulnerability field. J-Vice going in and doesn't quite have the nano blade. He gets nanoed early. He's stuck at 98%, and he finally gets it off. Dashing through the Reinhardt, trying to get the damage in, but it's not going to be enough. He's not able to chase anybody around. He wasted the dash. Pyro going in, looks for the pick onto a rise, not really finding anybody. Courage and Cryptic Force instead. The tank duo here for the Amber team looking to do it, but Shiro popping off 2 headshots to his name. J-Vice and Courage though putting a stop to that reign of terror.
Absolutely. Once the Amber team was able to get everybody back, it didn't really matter.
Uh-oh, the Grab Dragon coming in with the vulnerability field, keeping everybody alive here for the Amber team just long enough, but Shiro finally gets a pick off on Ice and Pyro, following it up, closing it out here for the Obsidian team. Sir Andy making a slow push on the void, asserting himself. Cryptic Force playing just as aggressive as he has been all map. Nothing required, he goes for the charge, but not going to be finding anybody. In the end, it'll be the Obsidian team flipping the point over.
Yeah, that Grab Dragon combo came in pretty big. Even though they did have the immortality field, it didn't really matter. Got everybody down to 1 HP. And Pyro on the Doomfist was able to just come in and finish that everybody off.
And you see Sir Andy with his shatter. Churchill has the hog to try and kind of really be able to avoid it. On the flank, he's waiting for his opportunity. He's looking for the hook. The shatter comes in, and it does manage to find Cryptic Force within the invulnerability. It does manage to pick up the nano right in time. The invulnerability field traded right back into the Obsidian team. Beats being hammered on here by Cryptic Force, somehow kept alive. But the dragon gonna be looking to cut the point in half. It does manage to finish off Beats. The dragon, the blade does come in from J-Vice. Kills Slugs on top of it. Cryptic Force swinging in, and they will get a flip. The Amber team trades the point right back.
Amber went in with everything they had, except they saved Courage's whole hog. But, I mean, they used everything else they had. It was just ult stacking purely giving them that fight.
Courage looking for his hook opportunity outside. And he gets it! The whole hog will be dropped immediately onto the Zarya. He's trying to find the kill, but he's not able to finish off. the Dragon to be able to cut the rest of Amber team in half here, finding 2 kills. Shiro and Koro to close it out. Pyro finds a pick on a Cryptic Force, and pushing onto the point is the red team. Full force here, 6 members alive, and they'll get one more try at closing out this map.
Yeah, Cryptic getting too aggressive there was what led them to their demise, in all honesty. Cryptic just played, didn't put his barrier up, and let Shiro just kind of rain damage in from the front without really having the barrier. So that's what led Obsidian to win that fight.
Looking to prove you don't have to play another be good, but we'll have to see if they can do it as they're playing into Graviton Surgery. Vulnerability will keep the rest of them alive, though. Damn, sorry, Amplification Matrix used here from Amber team, pushing back in with the Dragon, doing double damage on the Kingdom here, taking him out. Cryptic Force, though, with the Shatter of his own, wants to get some credit here. Sir Andy does manage to find the pin on him, but it's not going to be enough. Cryptic Force getting fantastic healing here from Arise. It's going to be keeping him alive for the remainder of this.
100%. We do take the smoke coming pretty late though, but just going in and ult stacking is what won them that fight once again. The ult stacking from the Amber side is what's really making them win these fights.
And don't you forget, like I did, this is a first to 3, so not a standard Lijiang Tower. We will get to see the final map here, and maybe a little bit more if Amber aren't able to close it out. But we'll be going back to Night Market, I believe it's called. Yes. Night Market, and I like to see how these team strategies change up pushing into this map. What do you think is going to be going down?
I definitely think that we're going to see pretty much a Rein Zarya from here on out. Oh no, I lied. Okay, it is a Rein Zarya match from both sides. The DPS from both sides are going to be varied, and I like the DPS from Smugs and J-Vice running that Widow Genji. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how the Obsidian side handles this.
We see Cryptic Force this time on a Zarya, Encourage on the Reinhardt. I'm not sure about this, but the early TP on a point will give the Obsidian team additional advantages. They can use all these balls. Courage getting rained in on by the Symmetric Turret. He backs right up, looking to reset as best he can, but Pyro finds pick on a Cryptic Force, and that's a lot of damage gone here for the Ember team.
Yeah, that should be just fight reset right there for them, as they couldn't keep Cryptic up. But it looks like they're going to try to commit to this, in all honesty.
Courage believes in. I believe in him too. He's pushing into that invulnerability field. It's finally down. They have their Zarya back with him, but right as I say that, Pyro finds pick on a J-Vice. The Amplification Matrix used perpendicular to the push. The hammer down gets countered from Courage. The ultimate counterplay, death. They say Sir Andy will be the man to take him out. Kingdom charges himself right off the map, saying your Reinhardt can die, I can too. Although will be the city just restabilizing.
Yeah, right as I say that though, Amber looks like they're going to be pushing in on this.
Pushing on the point, but Pyro does have the Tyrant, could change the tides of this fight. Never mind, he'll be going down. And Amber asserting himself right back on this one.
That was a really nice retake from the side of Amber right there. Once they were able to get Cryptic and Courage back, they just went in and brute forced their way through with the few picks that Smugs picked up in the middle of that fight.
Smugs Widow. Where do you play Smugs Widow? Oh my god, Smugs Widow! Take it out. Never mind, he heard me talking about him.
It's the caster's curse. What can I say? Whenever they hear us talk about him, they just decide to do nutty stuff like that. Smugs is absolutely popping off on the Widowmaker tonight, and this dude can play Widow, probably one of the best in the tier. He's definitely really fun to watch.
We should stop talking about it. It's getting a little unfair for the city in here.
100%, man.
Oh, Pyro's going in. Pyro flies above. He's looking for a kill in the back line. Double mining into the back of the kill. So Randy the train right back on the J-Vice. Courage finds the fire strike on the beats and slowly making their way in here. Will be the Amber team.
Yeah, that was a really good retake from the side of the Amber team here. They were able to just ult stack once again and take this point.
As you say, ult stack, they have 4 ultimates. Meanwhile, the Amber team's economy is nowhere to be found.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, they're coming up on 2 really big tank ults right here that could be fight changes.
Oh, but a fantastic teleporter on the point. That tire is such a threat. It takes out J-Vice. Kingdom taking out his counterpart on the Reinhardt, and the rest of his team just going to be going off. 6 kills going the way of the red team.
100%, that tire getting that first pick was what really led them to just play aggressive and win them that fight. They really have no upfront pressure with Smugs and J-Vice, so they're playing they're playing just to get picks. The Amber team is, and that's where they falter in this match, because if they get rushed, they get killed.
Smugs dropping inside space for his attempt at a kill. Pyro dropping down real low, but nobody manages to take him out. Everyone on the Obsidian team caught in the Graviton Surge here, and it will be starting to take off Surge. A singular pick found with that Zarya ultimate. The wall used for disengage from Shiro, and it looks like it's going to be just effective enough as Smugs waits patiently for a pick.
Yeah, once again, you know, there isn't enough upfront pressure. It's just a poke game, and when the other team has point, it's really hard to retake it.
91% point taking down. Cryptic Force takes out Koro. Not too big of a pick here, but on point it will be a 5v6 and a right back in. Cryptic Force, the next man to go down. Smugs finds the picks on the Pyro. Stuck in no man's land here. And swinging in. J-Boss trying to do it though, along with Ice. Putting in tons of damage. It's not going to be enough. There is Shiro and Koro locking down the point alongside King.
Yeah, once they lost their main tank, that was pretty much GG. We're going to see point number 4 here, and it seems like we have a little bit of a momentum.
He's so sure the point's not quite over. Overtime takes. Okay, now it's over. All right. No amount of caster curse is going to bring that one back.
No, I don't think so. But Smugs' Widowmaker is absolutely popping, and that was the right point to play it on. But I don't think that they had the Amber team, had enough upfront pressure to deal with the aggression that the Obsidian team wanted to play with. So that's what ultimately I think led them to lose that point, was not being able to brawl with the Obsidian team.
Now going on to Garden here. Courage on the Roadhog this time, looking to do it a little bit better. Cryptic Force can be locking in the ball, looking to push this point as best he can. I think that's obviously going to be the key difference here. But it'll be an interesting question to see if it's enough to turn the tides of this map.
I think it definitely can. Courage is one of the best Roadhogs in the whole community. So I would not be surprised if him on that Roadhog could make the tide turn with this fight.
Oh, Pyro getting knocked off the map. He's not going to be able to get back up as the ball takes another one. Cryptic Force showing us why he deserves to be playing this ball, and maybe not the Roadhog. There's waiting on point. Baited breast here, looking for his hook, and he finds it on the beats, taking the man out. Another pick going the way of the Amber team. The Shiro and Kingdom looking to trade right back here, controlling the point as best they can. The Obsidian squad coming back on the point. Will be Serenity and Pyro reloading, getting their team back into this game, and it'll be back in. And out goes Courage and Cryptic Force. Pyro finding 2 kills for the red team.
Courage had an insane hook on Shiro on the far. He killed her right out of the air, yoinked her right out of the air. That's, as a Roadhog player myself, I can appreciate that one.
I find the boot kill on the Pyro not in the traditional sense, but it will be no first tick going over to either team as Winston Wrecking Ball competition is able to hold the point for so long. Oh my goodness. Cryptic Force and Courage are doing everything in their power to hold this point. It's not taking over in any direction. We might see an Amber tick here unless Pyro is able to touch. Goes down Shiro. Will be able to get on top point. Kingdom's swinging in on the ball. And nobody's died. Nobody's capped the point yet. Kingdom's trying to do it, but it's kills left and right for either team. Blue, red. Pyro finally finding one with that Meteor Strike. Arizo getting one right back with the anti-nade beat, so takes out Arize, the counterpart, on the main heals, and nobody going down. Kingdom's still alive on this point. The High Noon from off point has high potential. No kills found, no Kingdom finding some with the mines, but Cryptic Force and Ice still alive. It's not going to be enough here to close out the point. But still alive is Cryptic Force on the point, the only member left alive here for the Amber squad. The punch finally taken out. The point slowly ticking over the Obsidian squad, and this might be it. I might get to take a breath, and that's it.
The Wrecking Ball's coming in absolutely huge from both sides, just stalling. Oh my lord. I think we had a 2-minute stall there from just the Wrecking Balls just chilling on point, just spinning. And man, you finally get to take a breath, and that was a very, very interesting first fight.
Hot water. We're good. Smoke's coming in, taking out Beats though. Pyro trading right back on the J-Box. We'll be picking that man right back up. turning this one into a 65. Courage doing the best he can to take out this monkey, but he's not able to finish off the kill. Smug punches him into the wall, but it'll be Pyro finishing off a Rise. And Randy finishing off Smug, giving a two-man advantage here to the Obsidian side. Closing it out, finally a clean fight. What they've been looking for all game, the Obsidian team. Blocking another one.
100%. The dive from Serenity Kingdom really was what set them apart there. They were just able to go and get a pick on the support, and it's what really led them to win that fight.
Courage and Cryptic Force locking in, Arista Sigma locking in the double shield. Can I get a try hard in chat?
It's not the typical Arisa Sigma though. I was expecting Cryptic to be on the Sigma. Courage to be on the Arisa, but you know, I guess whatever floats your boat.
Might have been slightly earlier. Cryptic does have around 60% ultimate charge, so I think they might have just moved these on.
I don't blame them, but they are going pretty hard here. They do want to just win this map straight outright, so I don't blame them.
Courage gets walled off by Shiro. Shiro in an excellent position to gain his team an advantage, and he will be doing it instead. Pyro in the backline though, looking to prove that he can do it as well. Ice falling off the map, going right down into the drink alongside Cryptic Force. At 92%, it's not looking good here for the enemy.
Yeah, the two fights that they took weren't really that clean for them.
Pushing in Ice right back into the water yet again. Courage being held off point for all of overtime, and finally, Obsidian team will be taking map 1 Lijiang Tower up in the series 1-0.
Man, I thought Amber had a real good chance there halfway through to take this, but I guess I was wrong. But both sides are looking really good. Both sides have very good players. Oh, that's higher. Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty pissing right there. But even with the double barrier, they couldn't pull it out. Serenity Kingdom on the Winston and the ball were what ultimately led them to win that final point.
Honestly, that final point, it's one of those interesting things I've noticed is the Winston Wrecking Ball. If you get the first point take, it is so difficult to gain anything back. And we saw it. It was Winston Wrecking Ball from both sides just living forever in that initial fight. But the big disadvantage there is if you win the first initial fight, it's so difficult for the enemy team to take the point back, and it's almost going to guarantee you something like 90%. But on the flip side, if you end up losing on the Winston Wrecking Ball, we saw what it did to the Amber team there. It put them at such a big disadvantage, and it put them so far behind in the ultimate economy. And it can be really key on Garden there how much of a gamble the Winston Wrecking Ball is. But Obsidian ending up to be the people who managed to pull it off better, and it looks like it's going to continue to work out for them as we move into map 2, which I believe is going to be Dorado. And it's completely standard, nothing special here. Just a normal Dorado map. I don't know. We're going to see a little bit of roster swaps here as J-Vice is going to be swapped out for Overnight Coder. And Juke is getting subbed in as well on support for the Amber side. Obsidian team going to be looking relatively similar. Kingdom of Serenity staying on that tank. It'll be Rocket and Kaizen on the DPS. It's going to be a fun DPS duo to watch here. A lot of pop-off potential there. And then Koro still on support, but Unkempt will be subbed in instead here for the Obsidian side. So a few little roster swaps and map swap in total here. But what kind of difference do you think these changes are going to make?
Rocket, the way that Serenity and Kingdom want to play this is really divey, and that plays right into Rocket's wheelhouse. We saw him in the finals play the Tracer really well, and I definitely think he'll be trying to lock the Tracer here and just go deep with his two tanks. So, in Dorado's a map that can really be good for dive comps too. So I would not be surprised if they ran the dive here on Dorado.
Honestly, you'll love to see it. Rocket's Tracer is one of those things in the league that you really can't find on any other player. It really has something special to it, and it's always a fun one to watch. But to see the kills just come out in the kill feed out of nowhere, either mid-fight or just when nothing's going on, Rocket's really just impressed me all season on the Tracer, even pre-buff. But post-Tracer buff, this man has been an absolute monster. And I don't want to downplay any of these swaps here, but Overnight Coder could be an absolutely key swap here. Dorado is a fairly good fire map, and that's one of the heroes that I know that's right in his wheelhouse, and he has a fantastic fire, and I'm interested to see whether or not Amber looks to take advantage of it.
100%. I would not be surprised if they did. Going to this map, like I said, a lot of open spaces, a lot of, diviness, but I think Bandito and Courage are going to be trying to completely shut down that dive. So it's going to be very interesting to see what goes on here.
Oh, it looks like, Bandito getting subbed in, missed that one there. So Bandito got subbed in for Cryptic Force. So Bandito going to be looking to play off tank, which might be a little bit of a mix-up given that Courage has gotten maybe a little bit comfortable on the hog for tonight. It seems like that's exactly what he wants to play. He's been doing fairly well on it, so I think it's going to be up to Bandito here to really pull one out for the rest of his team here going in. I've got to say, though, Unkempt I think is a big question mark for me coming into this map. Don't get me wrong, all of these rosters are stacked, but whether or not Unkempt pops off here is going to be a big potential shift for Obsidian.
Absolutely. The pop-off potential from all the DPS in this lobby are absolutely immense. We saw it from Smugs on Lijiang Night Market, where he was just dinking everybody in the lobby into next week. Like we said earlier, Rocket, a really good tracer player. And it's definitely going to be very interesting to see what goes on here.
All right, coming in, we're still just setting up a few things in the lobby, getting a few things straightened out. I think one player's having a little bit of trouble joining. But, alright, other than this. So, I think one of the biggest advantages we'll see here is the fact that Obsidian have had no change in their tank lineup. Which is probably going to be a pretty key factor here, as these players haven't really played together before. And so, a lot of these things that you learn on the fly, it's going to be a pretty big advantage to play a consistent roster at all.
100%. Like I said, we saw the Amber team get pretty synergized very early on, and once they were able to get that synergy down from both sides, both teams looked very more comfortable than they did that first point in Lijiang when they had just played together for the first time with each other. So synergy is definitely a big thing here moving into this map, especially keeping your tank line together, Serenity and Kingdom.
Ice and Juke, though, our Twitch team coordinator, ironically ending up on the opposite end of things here. The man in for the All-Star game. I actually haven't gotten to watch any of his games yet this season, so I'm interested to see how he performs going into this. But he does happen to have the Atlantic A on for Amber, so I think that gives him a definitive advantage in this one, wouldn't you say?
Probably. Yeah, the Atlantic Amber, very funny, but Juke, he's a really good support. Going to be very interesting here as we move into Dorado, and I think we are about to get right into this map very shortly here. So
both teams hopping up, just waiting for a ready. Ice and Juke, I think, are going to be a really interesting pair together because they're both such great team leaders. Juke, I know, is fantastic getting together a team on short notice and without too much experience together. Ice, exactly the same thing. I'm interested to see what happens when you put the two of them in a singular lobby as we load into Dorado.
100%. Everybody, like we mentioned earlier, everybody here does their role very, very well. And with that being said, Cora, one of the better healers in the Discord tier, going against probably one of the more underrated healers in Juke. It's going to be a battle here, and it's going to be very interesting to see what what everybody here wants to pick.
Loading up, we'll get 5 seconds here before we get to see what these teams want to run. Honestly, I have absolutely no clue. Nobody seems to have any intent of going meta if they can avoid it, and we see, oh my gosh, we get Obsidian to lock in the old school dive, except they're mixing in a little bit of a break here, but Serenity and Kingdom on Winston Diva, Rocket on the Tracer, and Kaizen on the Genji. We're in for a treat.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. Like I said, I thought they wanted to lock the dive, and that's pretty much what they did. I know a lot of these people's heroes play directly into the dive type meta, or dive type comp, so it's very fun to see what's going on here.
On the opposite end of things, we do have Courage and Bandito locking in the Orisa Hog. Courage, again, not on the Hog, which it's almost definitively a downgrade. There's nothing to say against Bandito's Hog, but Courage is more than proving himself on the hero. Overnight Coder, though, I think is going to be a real threat on this Hanzo as the push starts to come in from the Obsidian.
100%. Overnight Coder is one of the better Hanzos in the here. Oh, but he gets taken down right away.
Although trading right back onto Serenity, Bandito finds the hook to keep him on top of that high ground. No more kills going down here as we have a little bit of 5v5. Unkempt looking for some, but Smugs takes him right out alongside the halt. Instead, it'll be Juke taking out Koro, the main support, or the, pardon me, the Mercy down here for the dive. Looking rough here for the Obsidian squad.
Yeah, dive into this count isn't really that friendly. I mean, Bandito and Courage locking you in the farm, that's kind of diving into yourself.
Locking in the legs. Smugs' Soldier 76 has been surprisingly effective considering that, you know, we've all seen the Baptiste clip with the Reinhardt shield. We all know what that looks like.
Overnight Coder picks up 3 though. Those are 3 very huge picks that just pretty much sent.
Oh, he's chasing them all down. Look at this man go. He's going to the edge of the map. He goes down on his own terms. I respect the hell out of that. And he takes Koro with him, adding 1 more to his stats.
Overnight Coder, like I said, one of the best Hanzo players in the tier, showing us why he is that, picking up 4 in that fight, turning the tide of that and pretty much sending the whole team back to spawn.
The question is, will Obsidian be able to get this cart through the choke? It's slowly moving, but Smugs looks to contest the rocket. On top of the Kaizen does have the blades, just waiting for Unkempt Nano. He does manage to find the dash kill onto Smugs. He could look to close it out here. Instead, he decides he does not need the Nano at all. He's going to be finding all these kills, regardless of the blade.
That was a very nice dive there. Once they were able to get the pick, it was just a matter of focusing out the targets that they need to focus out. They were stuck out.
Smugs coming in with the visor, trying to do it, but it's, yeah, it's not gonna happen. Rocket finds an early kill. 4-man diving on top of Soldier. I don't care how much damage you're doing. It's not enough to break a Reinhardt shield faster.
Yeah, you're right. Rocket's doing a lot of work on this Tracer. Farming. They have 6 ults coming in despite the so it's going to be very, very interesting to see how they decide to use them.
Ice is coming up on a Transcendence. It could be absolutely huge here. Countering that Nano Blade is going to be super key here. Biggest ultimates counter, and Smugs finds the kill on the Kaizen. No Nano Blade will be found. Instead, it'll be Kingdom fighting too with the Diva Bomb, taking out Smugs and Juke. He's been put up right again for his team, and the kill is rolling in for the red side here as Courage is stuck in no man's land. A dragon committed onto the cart, but it's not going to be enough here. The Obsidian team rolls forward.
Did you see how Unkempt uses Nano?
No.
He nanoed Koro on the Mercy. The Mercy Pot Falcon just won Battle Mercy.
Yeah, but did they lose the fight?
No, they did not. They won it because of that big Kingdom Bomb, though. Kingdom coming in absolutely clutch with that bomb, picking up 2 in the beginning. It was definitely very nice.
Rocket used the pulse bomb and farmed an entire other one up in one fight.
Rocket is an absolute Tracer maniac.
Bandito coming in with the whole hog, getting everybody off the cart. Smugs coming in, dealing just enough damage to close one out, and finally stabilizing is the Saber squad.
Few snowball fights later, I think it was definitely time for the dive to be shut down a little bit. You see Rocket switching over to the legs here. The Soldier 76. He says Overnight Coder, I can play it too. So it's going to be very interesting to see what these picks are going to show in the long run here.
So let me get this straight. Initially, we saw Smugs lock in Soldier 76. And then we see Rocket lock in Soldier 76. And now we're seeing Overnight Coder lock in Soldier 76. Where are the legs coming from?
Hey man, everybody likes to lock the legs every once in a while. Why not do it now?
First legs ever a time. Running around like a madman. Unkempt finally gets his Nano up, but Kaizen does not have a blade to be found. Instead, it's going to be Overnight Coder. He's waiting for his opportunity here. And he finds it up on the high ground, taking out Unkempt and Kaizen. No Nano Blade going to be available there ever again. Those two taken immediately out of the equation, but coming in with the Primal Rage. Serenity going ham on the Winston. Starts getting boots on the cart, but unable to find the damage for the kill. Finally taking him down. With 2 versus 2 on the cart and spawn advantage, giving here over to the Amber side. Bandito going to be doing a lot of damage onto the Winston. Since Serenity trying to take his odds against the Genji, and that's going to be a good pick, but Bandito finding a fantastic pick on the core right out of the air and making his way out the bandit.
Man, I thought that fight was over for the side of Obsidian once they used that tactical visor, but they were able to get the picks they needed to get that fight back in their favor and turn the side of that fight.
The point's not over yet. Bandito finds a whole hog on the point. He's getting healed up, and Baptiste it's not over yet. The point finally moving forward, and it's gonna be the end of it there. As the Ember team continues to push out of this choke point, trying to get more than they bargained for. Kaizen getting knocked out by his counterpart. Bandito finds the pick on the Serandy, and yet again stabilizing will be the Amber squad.
100%. You know, that whole hog put in a lot of damage, and that's exactly what they needed for the DPS team to thanks for coming and finish up those kills.
Bandito's hook percentage. You know, I know he's been saying a lot about courage, but Bandito's hog has looked fantastic.
100%. He's hit some really nutty hooks on some people that I would not expect you to be hitting those type of hooks on. So Bandito's showing, hey, courage, I can play hog too.
Serandy has done a fantastic job with every single one of these primal rages. I just like to point that out for him. He's displacing people in all the right ways, doing just enough damage. But that time he did a fantastic job getting in the back line, finding a kill, and then knocking the Roadhog back into the team just before it ran out, so his team could finish off that kill. And it looks like they're going to get a pretty solid push out of the payload for it.
100%. Serandy's looking really good because he's bomb committed though. But Serandy's been using all of his ultimates to perfection. He's able to get a pick or two almost every fight with them. And those primal rages are what are making them win these fights.
Oh, no ultimates required. Smug's the hit scan master right now. Finding headshots on absolutely everybody. Rocket though showing overnight coder why Tracer is his hero right now with the melee kill to finish it off. It's just gonna be a soft little reset from Obsidian team.
60 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's fine. They came in with more firepower. Bandito picking up two really early. And those two picks were pretty much just said, okay, we're just going to send you back to spawn right here right now. And that's pretty much what happened there in that fight.
You see Serandy's drop. He's charging up 70% to another. A rocket takes out Juke with the pulse bomb, delivering it personally. Smug's finds the back on Serandy. The rest of the team going to be finishing it off. A rocket, 3 kills in the kill feed, trying to carry this one all on his loans and courage. Finds the gravitic flux on the Kaiser. The cart continues to move forward. Bandito dropping down real low here. The Dragon Blade used from Kaiser. Maybe picking up Smug. One man touched the card. It's Courage trying to contest it for as long as he can. The invulnerability field dropping the card, but nobody there to use it. Courage swinging as much as he can, but Kingdom is going to get something that's going to relieve a little bit of pressure here for the Amber squad. Swinging at Serandy, drops low, but he gets primal rage just in time. Nobody's on the cart. The cart's going to continue forward. Oh, Smug's finally just in time. Overnight coming in, looking to touch it as well, but the whole hog out of Bandito trying to get as much as he can. Serandy though, another excellent primal rage, killing as many people as he can. Bandito holding on to his life. It's not going to be enough. The deep bomb dropped on top of cart, and it's not to be had here for the Amber squad as the map is finished in overtime by the Obsidian team.
As Juke said in chat, Serandy's doing some work on Monkey. I don't think Juke's lived whenever Serandy's had that primal. And he's shown why Monkey can be played all over the place. And Serandy's putting a lot of work in on that Monkey. Rocket doing a lot of work on that Tracer too. Really harassing the backline. We saw that he was farming pulse bombs left and right whenever he was on that Tracer. And not to say that the other team isn't doing anything, but it seems like Serandy and Rocket are doing the most here.
I mean, in a similar vein to how we saw Courage and Cryptic Force really take that Reinhardt Roadhog in stride, I think we're seeing the same thing out of Serandy and Kingdom here. Really finding exactly what they need, or pardon me, Serandy and Rocket. Finding that perfect little hero composition that they need to really make it work. And this Tracer alongside the Winston really relieving a lot of pressure, especially when they dive at the same time. And we're seeing even if one of them goes down, the other one manages to find at least a trade kill, if not 2 or 3. It's really putting in the work.
100%. Like I said going into this map, Rocket is a really good Tracer player, probably one of the best in the Discord tier, and he's proven us why. Andy, I said this last map, one of the best Winstons in this tier. So put those two together on those two heroes, that's a very deadly combination right there.
7 seconds coming into, we see Courage lock in a Winston and Bandito on a Roadhog. I'm not quite sure about how this one's going to work out for him, but I'm interested to see if they're able to make it decent.
Smug's back on the Widowmaker too.
Oh, but like Rocket's in hiding. Rocket's waiting. He's looking for the sports. He's on top of Juke. He gets found out. No value had, but a serious threat to be made.
Juke has to be in constant fear of Rocket. Rocket wants to be in that backline, but he does get hacked. He still takes that overnight quarter while being hacked.
This guy's a monster, dude. Courage finally picking him right back off. Turns out a hack Tracer has a little bit of trouble dealing with the Roadhog, and a fantastic immortality field chucked all the way over to Courage on the Roadhog.
Yeah, 100%. This Sabra looks like it's going to be paying dividends. Oh no, I lied. Overnight Coder back on the Tracer.
Oh, Smugs is on Widow. Smugs is on Widow. Smugs is on Widow still. 2 kills to his name. Juke taking out Kingdom. This fight looking clean here for the blue squad.
Smugs has gotten 3 kills in this fight alone. And he's the reason why they're winning right now. Smugs is a madman on this Widowmaker tonight.
He's genuinely terrifying, and it might just be enough to counter Rocky unless Rocket can manage to get on top of him. Instead, it'll be Courage finding the hook onto the Tracer, shutting him down.
Do we need a .25 Smugs over here?
I think we need .25 Smugs. That was a little sus. I don't know if you ask me. We spent 5 hours in .25. I'm cool with that.
That's funny. But going into this next fight, it's going to be very interesting to see what goes on here as people are coming in left and right. Picks being traded, you know, very interesting to see what goes on.
Right, pushing in, the card continues forward here for the Amber Squad. No kills found by anybody. Randy's just waiting for his opportunities. He drops on top of Ice, and Courage finds a pick on the Rocket. Courage has been absolutely shutting this man down. Bandito did a great job on the Hog last round, but Courage really showing him how to deal with Rocket and making it work this time.
Yep. Sir Andy just said though, if you want to focus all you have into killing Rocket, I'm just gonna go right now on your backline. And that's what he did, killing Smugs and Ice there in that fight.
Oh my god, Kingdom's contesting the card from he's just waiting in the gate, taking his sweet time. He probably bought his team about 10 seconds there. That might actually be enough for a pretty solid recontest. 6 members spawn in here.
Very tricky pulling out all the stops here. But very interesting fight there. You see Sir Andy going with that primal though.
Pushing in. The Riptire waiting for Kaizen. It's going to be huge here. It's important. And Overnight Coda gets taken out. He's hunting for the kill on the Junkrat, but he's called out by Kaizen here. He's going to even this fight up though. Is the blue team Juke going to be using his Transcendence to keep the rest of the team alive here? They disengage away from the red team, but it might be in vain here as the bomb goes forward and finds 2 members of the blue side.
Kingdom has been absolutely amazing with his Diva ultimates here. Finding, I think, 4 total kills with his mech, maybe even more. I remember the one he had on the attack, and now the double kill he had here on this defense. Kingdom's playing the Diva really well tonight. And he's the reason why that the Obsidian team won that fight.
Now Rocket off of the Tracer, going to be trading onto a Genji. And Roadhog proving a little bit too difficult to deal with, but he does have a blade saved up. No nano to go with it. I'm curious to see whether or not he's able to find a pick here.
It's definitely going to be interesting here. Genji is also one of Rocket's more comfortable heroes. So I wouldn't be surprised if he would be able to tank something like Jude or Overnight Coder even.
Seeing full proc dive come out here from the red side. Smugs though finds a pick on the Taro. Forget your dive, he said, I'm playing Genji. Rocket goes into the backline, finding 1 kill here on the Juke. No Transcendence to keep him alive this time. Another one on the Ice. There's no backline alive here. It's free reign for the Obsidian Squad to push forward and find all the rest of these teams.
Rocket and Andy, like I said before, are the perfect combo. They are on the same page tonight, and they just went in and they cleaned up. Rocket's not even done. He picked up 4 in that fight.
This man's absolutely insane here. If we see 4 ultimates come up though for the blue side, they could look to even this one up and push this payload a bit further, but they have a heck of a task ahead of them. The Smugs has a naked blade. I think a big key here is going to be Bandito's Gravitic Flux. Whether or not you can get value, but it's so tricky when you're playing against a dive team and everybody can avoid it.
100%. You know, for a bit of flux, he might just have to single out a target or two. Take what he can get with it. And that's probably what we're going to see coming into these next two fights.
Yeah, one-man advantage is enough to win a fight here. Serenity waiting for his opportunity to drop in, but Kaizen coming up big, naked with the Meteor Strike, taking out Smokes and Juke. Overnight Cutter turning right back on Kaizen, though. And the rest of the kills running in for the red side, and still stuck at a standstill is going to be this Amber team.
Somebody we haven't really talked about much is Kaizen. Kaizen's playing this Doomfist really well, going in when he needs to, following up with his tanks, and he's playing this Doomfist really well, and finally got his quote-unquote flashy play for tonight, picking off two of the supports. So, moving into this next fight, gonna be very interesting. We see four ults, excuse me, coming in from the side of the Obsidian team here. And it's going to be very interesting to see how they use them. We do see Overnight Coder and Ice set up in the back line. Ice misplaces that ultimate though. Will be unfortunate. Attempts and will be fragging in their respective ways. People come out, but it will not matter. Both sides are pretty even right now. We'll see the group investing from Bandito. Rocket and Sir Andy are absolutely cleaning up this fight though. Because it looks like very, very calm.
Rocket did a fantastic job there, getting on top of the back line as best he could, and really dismantling the team competition. It allowed them to push more aggressively onto the front line because the heals were a lot more lacking. And honestly, I feel like Rock's just been such a problem no matter what hero he's been on. The kid has done a fantastic job countering it. Instead, forget him. We'll be talking about Overnight Coder taking up Corey, the first kill in the fight. Randy trading right back onto him though, showing him why the monkey matters. Kaizen trying to pick on the Ice. The kill overwhelmingly right here. Kingdom dropping real low on the baby D, but he finally gets his right back. He's not going to be able to get inside of it though. Rocky finding a kill on a Bandito. 5 kills here for the red side. Looking for one more. The Overcome slowly ticks down. The Wrecking Ball still alive here from Courage. Dropping extra low. Smokes finally a pick on a Rocket, saying this one's not over yet. Overtime though ticks down in an instant. Obsidian team picking up this Dorado map.
Rocket and Sir Andy were the two heroes of that map. They were running the dive to perfection. And man, those two together are really, really good.
So Obsidian team coming in, picking up the series 2-0 so far. Of course, we're going to be playing all 5 maps, regardless of what happens here. But you can't help but feel that if you go up 3-0 on the Obsidian side, it can't feel good for the Amber team, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a grind to get back into this game from the side of Amber. But it's definitely not undoable. We have seen crazier things happen here. So it's definitely going to be very interesting. And I think this 5-minute halftime break will give them a little bit of time to kind of recuperate and, I don't know, just recuperate maybe a little bit and, you know, just settle down from being down 2-0 right now.
All right.
Live.
All right, welcome back from our halftime. As it's time here. We got goats coming up for you. Goats pugs, goats scrims row, goats row. Call it what you want, but you know what it is. We're getting into a good one here as the Amber and Obsidian team go at it with the old school comp, the one that everybody hated when it was around, but everybody loves to play now that it's not. We're gonna have a little bit of fun here. You ready for it?
Oh, I 100% am ready for this. It's definitely going to be very fun to see the OG comp on the OG Goats map. I miss this comp so much. As a Reinhardt man, it brings tears to my eyes when I get to see people play it. And
all right, personal question here. What's your preferred form of goats?
Zen Goats, 100%.
Okay. You heard it here first. Amber and Obsidian, we're looking to see them lock in the Zen Goats. J-Star said it, Caster's Curse demands it. And Kings Road just waiting. No, one of the teams not quite ready getting into it. But of all we've seen these players play for a pretty good while on this 2-2-2 lock. Who do you think has the biggest advantage in a Goats game? And why?
Looking at these two teams right now, I'd have to say that Obsidian has a slight advantage here. I know Sir Andy is really good on the Reinhardt, Rocket really good on the Zarya, and the healers are just really good for these teams. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see which team gets the advantage. But as we know, it doesn't matter who we think is better, it's about who plays better. So, and I think the team that comes out and just straight up out aggresses the other is going to win here.
Yeah, I think with old school Brig not being the case here, playing on the new, more aggression reliant Brig, there's no way to really proc her heals outside of the whip shot or just going in hard. I think whichever team is able to better take advantage of that is going to have a distinct advantage here.
100%. And I was about to say, with comps being revealed, I wonder what they're going to pick, but we know what they're going to pick. It has to be Ghost. So, interesting pick here, not putting Rocket on the Zarya. Rocket is a really good Zarya player back when Ghost was still alive. So it's definitely going to be interesting. We do see Pyro on the Zarya, and I know that some people are in some different roles, but I think that, you know, where they have everybody is really fitting what they play. And like I said, the teams that play aggressive into this are going to win here.
Alright, I want to point out a couple things to pay attention to. I think Pyro Zarya is going to absolutely pop. Juke and Ice, though, for me, have got to be the people to watch here for the Amber side. The support lineup coming in for Goats just feels absolutely perfect. As the aggression runs in, Fire Strike committed, the Reinhardt swinging in. You guys remember how these fights went. Clashes of beasts as Rocket and Serenity are just trying to get as much value as they can. J-Vice provides as much pressure inside the scope as they can. Obsidian team not daring cross that line just yet. Serenity waiting for his opportunity. Gets stunned, not going to be going down. But Beats is in there, and it's going to be enough. Toro taking out Cryptic Force, the main tank down, and it's almost inevitably going to be a roll. You all know how Goats goes. King taking out Bandito, J-Vice trading back on Serenity. The main tank down, but not out is the red team. Pyro taking out Overnight Coder. Kingdom finishing it off in a roll of a fight here for the Obsidian squad in the Ghost match.
Man, you got really excited for Goats, didn't you, dude? That halftime really got you hyped up for that. That opening pick onto Cryptic Force was really, really huge when it came to swinging and turning this fight for the Obsidian team here.
Wait, who? Pyro just grabbed.
He shot it straight up in the air, and Pyro ate it. Or not
I didn't know where that went. Alright, rally sweeps from both sides. The aggression continuing forward. Randy wants to get in as soon as he can. Oh, the support's a little bit lacking here. The aggression comes in and it's rewarded. Kingdom taken out. Cryptic Force the main tank down. And we'll see the same exact thing happen again. Oh wait, that's why we stopped wanting to watch Ghosts. The same exact thing happening again as the main tank goes down and the fight rolls away.
Like I said before, it was whoever could play more aggressive here. And we are definitely seeing the Obsidian team playing very, very aggressive. Taking out the main tank almost immediately. And we're just seeing a snowball fight here.
Touch the spawn doors. Touch the spawn doors. They're going selfless. Oh my god, they touched the door. J-Man's pushing and trying to get a kill on the Veets. He might not get there in time. He takes out Pyro using his shield a little too early, but Rocket knocking J-Vice back into the pit. That mini demon doesn't stand a chance. Cryptic Force finally gets to see the light of the day. But it's pushed all the way. Oh my god, a huge shatter from Serenity, picking up 4 members. Continuing forward is this red squad. No kills found though on the back end. And another shatter. Straight right back, picking up Serenity. It's finally a fight win here for this Amber team. Tendencies from Beat trying to get something out of this. They managed to get the time card just in time here. Pushing it out of the spawn. Even though committed, but it's going to be blocked by Cryptic Force here. No kills found. Cryptic Force is stuck in the grab. The sound very perfect from Juke to support the rest of his team. Bandito finding a kill on Naveets and slowly rolling back over the damage lacking for this Obsidian squad. Amber pushing out, finally getting the fight when they need it.
Cryptic said, Andy, you want to hit a big shatter? I can hit one too. Perfectly read the mind game, the Reinhardt game of getting Andy a little uncomfortable, made him drop his shield once, and they got that victory, and they got the shatter that they needed.
Juke goes down on the loose. His team doesn't have speed boost. Sophistication is huge, but it doesn't matter because Cryptic Force has the biggest hammer in the lobby, and he's swinging it around like a madman. Bandito finding Bandito. The damage will be lacking here for the blue side. Coming in the spawn. Juke back with the team, back there for the heals and speed boost out. He disengages away from the rally, or away with the rally of Overnight Coder. Toro has a sound barrier to counter anything that's going to be coming in here. Ice of Transcendence is going to be the play to watch alongside Bandito's Graviton Surge. Pushing in Kingdom, waiting for the E. He knows it's coming, and he eats it! It's huge! Blocked from Kingdom, denying all the pressure deep bomb coming in the shatter from Sir Andy. Will it be enough? Transcendence keeps from Juke to keep his team alive as best he can, but Sir Andy finding the pick onto Overnight. Coder almost certainly spells the end of this point as a disengage coming in from the Amber squad. Juice trying to hold on to his card for all he's worth, but Pyro running forward on his Losum. The Zarya offers up so much damage, and the rest of the team trying to keep him alive, and Cryptic Force looks like he's gonna be the man to get punished for this one.
J-Vice absolutely reading Pyro like a book. He ate 2 of his grabs so far. And without the Graviton,
Did
it's
the
hard
first
to
one
do
rip?
damage.
We'll count the first one, alright.
It popped up in the kill feed door. I'm counting it. It counts in game. Might as well count it here. So, Pyro can't cut anything with his grabs.
Charge perfect encounter here from Sir Andy. Rocket finding the kick on Overnight. Coder break going on first one we see too often here. But what do we know? Ghost hasn't played in months. Instead of BB taking on Cryptic Force. Now the Reinhardt's down. Bandito taken out. The carrot continues forward here for the Obsidian squad, showing us how it's played.
Absolutely, man. There was a very distraction bomb from Kingdom there. Able to let Sir Andy do his thing there.
Oh, knocked off the map barely, but not gonna be going down. Is Kingdom, and the cart continues on a fantastic Graviton surge to keep everybody off the point here from Pyro. Highlighting that Zarya, he really did a fantastic job on that push.
100%. When he was able to build the grab, he was pretty much at 50% of his grab, and he got the grab by the end of that fight. And when we see 257 on the time bank here, it's a lot of time to have to try to push, to try to beat. And I think once Cryptic was able to put a little more trust into his healers, he was able to play that aggression that I said that they needed to use to win. And I think the Amber team here definitely has the potential to do it. It's just a matter of if they can do it.
Yeah, I mean, that is the nature of Ghost. It's roll or get rolled out here now. And 2 minutes 57 is nothing to get scoffed at. And so it's going to be up to the Amber team to pull the roll off, but I think they can do it. Jukes Lucio looked especially strong, and Cryptic Force and Sir Andy have been just going at it on this Reinhardt so far, and it's been an absolute pleasure to watch.
I miss the Reinhardt battles. I really do. Like I said, being a Reinhardt main, this meta brought a tear to my eye. I love seeing these 2 Reinhardts duking it out. You know, the Reinhardt games are in full-fledged here, and both Reinhardts have been absolutely insane. Pulling out some big slams is definitely something to behold here.
Don't get too excited about Ghost. We don't want Blizzard bringing it back. That's a little too far.
What's...
I don't need Ghost back in my life.
Do you... No. The Amber team, or I'm sorry, Obsidian team, literally at their door?
Yeah. I mean, they know what they're behind.
True. They're sure not.
They're not going to be holding the choke, though. They're allowing Cryptic Force and J-Vice to push in super aggressively here. I'm not sure that's a position of advantage you want to be giving up, but we'll have to see how it pans out for him here. Sir Andy, though, taking up the aggression he gets rewarded for. Cryptic Force going down. Looking for the rest of the kills now as the red team speeding in. Not going to be finding anybody quite yet, but J-Vice is the next man to go down, and you'll take 2 there if you're the Amber squad.
Once Cryptic went down, Sir Andy is just managing the pace of this game right here. Whenever he wants to go, they go, and they punish whoever's in their way. And unfortunately, it has to be Cryptic. Once they lose Cryptic, that's pretty much wide open for the side of the Eagles.
I think the stage thing here, though, it's gotta be J-Vice and Zarya. So for the shadow, though, from Sir Andy finds 5 members here. It's not gonna be blocked by anybody. Another fight win here for this Obsidian squad.
Once again, the Amber squad did a really good job at focusing down Cryptic Force's barrier there. Was able to take it down once that barrier was taken down. Andy had a free shatter relatively, so definitely very interesting that fight.
Kingdom has had a fantastic position up on top of his busting card. He's getting so much value. The grab used. Kingdom committing in, not gonna be finding any kills of the sound barrier out of ice this time. It's gonna be perfect. Instead, it's gonna be Juke on the Zenyatta. Pushing in early, Kingdom chucks in the bomb, looking for some value, not gonna find anybody as the blue team aggressive, but Sir Andy putting an end to that one. As the grabs on the third, so used here from the blue side, and finally Cryptic Force trying to end it with a shatter of his own. Takes down Sir Andy. The bomb though dropped, and it will be finding Coral on the backside. Cryptic Force finding Sir Andy on the front now. Pushing in finally is this Amber team. Looking for more. The point slowly starting to take over. 2 members still alive here for the Obsidian squad. Rocket trying to do as much as he can in the backside. But it's inevitable. This one's going to be going over to the Amber side.
Yeah, Cryptic had a really big shatter there. Even though he didn't pick up, even though it didn't show up in kill, he still got 3 people down. They were able to get the grab in there, and that just was able to let them pump in so much damage.
Kingdom gets a little touch on the point. Pretty cheeky there. Oh my god, what? Overnight, I'm not sure if that was intentional, but he pinched him out of the window there. Oh, but the aggression coming out here from Obsidian's making the most of this one.
100%. We saw that was a really good retake. They all got that close spawn there, and they were all able to just push up and gatekeep them. And now we might see the infamous Goat's Row spawn hole.
Oh no, they're on top of him. They're everywhere. Ice has no clue. Ice has absolutely no clue. Rocket drops on top of the rest of the team here. The aggression's still not done from the Obsidian team. You've seen how fast these Ghost teams can play. Pushing in is Serenity. He's not done yet. The grab's on Surge committed here from the Amber side. Cryptic Force finds a pin on Serenity, but instead it'll be Rocket taking him out on the Brigitte, finding that final little kill. And the aggression still being rewarded here for this Obsidian squad.
Absolutely. Like I said, whichever team can hold the aggression and hold the pace of the game will win here. And that's exactly what we're seeing from this Obsidian squad right now.
Trying for a little bit of a different approach now. Amber squad going to be looking to push the high ground. And I like this. It forces the Obsidian squad to back up a little bit. But honestly, Obsidian, I think are they just going to rotate around the cart? They can just rotate around the cart here and just ignore everything. Yeah. The cart has to move forward. They can't just cheat the choke here. J-Vice dropping early. He has potential to go down. This could be bad. The Zarya could die early. Juke taking on his counterpart in Ice, though. Or in Beach, pardon me. Sandy finds a pick on the J-Vice. That's a lot of damage down here. For the Amber side. Pushing in. Cryptic Force looks for the shatter. Doesn't get anybody. Rocket finds the kick. Kill on Bandito. Cryptic Force still getting the charge on the Rocket trading right back. Serenity takes out Cryptic Force. With the Reinhardt down. It's a clear win here for this Obsidian team.
Once again, I don't know why they tried to do that weird little flank there, but once again, they're just able to hold the cart right here, keep it at this gate, and this is a very interesting match coming in.
I mean, usually the thought process is we can use the high ground to get past the spawn hold, and we get past the choke by dropping on the opposite side. But oh man, Serenity going for shatter, not to find anybody though. Bomb drop from Kingdom finds 2, another big one out of the man. He's been going off tonight on this team. Cryptic Force and J-Vice down. The supports and more tanks. No DPS to be found here. Free for the picking here for the Obsidian team.
100%. That bomb gave the Obsidian team what they needed to push in, and after picking off 2, that's just a fight win for the Obsidian team there.
It's so weird casting. I'm used to counting 2 supports, 2 tanks, and 2 DPS.
There's no DPS to be found.
There's no DPS. I have to count to 3 twice now instead of 2 3 times. Imagine that. Transcendence dropped in from Juke, keeping the rest of the team alive. Fantastic job countering that grab on Surge. Bomb dropped on the backside by Overnight Coder, not getting enough value. The J-Vice finally taking out Rocket. Coder trading right back onto Bandito. They're both Briggs down. The shatter out of Cryptic Force to be just big enough to give this team enough of an advantage that they'll be winning this fight and continuing their card forward with just a minute on the clock.
That was a very big shatter from Cryptic Force right there. They had no main tank, and they were still holding on to that point relatively well. So that was a very smart decision from Cryptic to bring the hammer down and clean up that fight very securely from the Amber side.
Kingdom has been farming these bombs absolutely steadily. 70% after just one fight for a Diva. There's nothing to scoff at. This man has been on fire, and I think we really haven't done him justice highlighting him up until this match. Of course, those Blizzies were fantastic. The rallies can be used for both sides. Oh, pushing a fantastic shot from Serenity. Knocking out Cryptic Force as he gets the charge on Serenity instead. Kingdom finding 2 kills of his own, though, taking out the main tank. Could close this one out for his team. This point would be tremendous for them. Overnight Coder waiting for his opportunity. Give us a little bit of stall in. Oh, he's hiding. Okay, let's test off this card for just a second.
C9?
No, he doesn't know! Serenity still there! Oh, but overtime. Oh, down, Overnight Coder, next minute go down. Ice gets him to touch on the cart, but it's probably not going to be enough here. Desperation touches as the kills go down here. This Obsidian squad looking to take this one up. 3-0 and Goats.
Man, that was absolutely insane Goats game there. Cryptic and Sir Andy were absolutely insane with everything that was going on there. It's going to be very interesting here. We are getting a little swap off though. We are going to off rolls. Very fun. So going on to Rialto.
I'll take the honors here of reading off these rosters so we can go ahead and tell you guys what everyone's going to be playing. So we had a little bit of a mix-up. Previously, our rosters were, let me see for just a moment, it was Courage on tank, Bandito on tank, Smugs on DPS, Overnight Coder on DPS, Juke on support, and Ice on support. Now, for the Amber Squad, we will see Arise on DPS, Cryptic Force on support, J-Vice on tank, Courage on support, Juke on DPS, and Overnight Coder on tank. You got a little glimpse of his diva last round. I'd be really interested to see him pull that one out yet again. Excuse me. Obsidian Squad now, breaking it down. We had Kingdom on tank, Sir Andy on tank, Rocket on DPS alongside Kaizen, and then for the support lineup, we had Koro and Unkempt. This time, we're going to be seeing Kaizen and Shiro on tank, the DPS directly shifting over to the tank side now. Sir Andy and Kingdom going on to support, the tanks moving over to support for them, and Unkempt and Veets on DPS, the supports moving on to the DPS line. So a little bit more of a direct transfer here for the Obsidian Squad, but nonetheless, everyone's playing off rolls, and we got Rialto coming up for you.
Oh, Rialto is the perfect map to do this. In all honesty, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what these teams are going to bring out here. And this is a perfect storm for everybody here. Cryptic Force playing the support. Man, this is going to be fun. And this is where the fun starts in my opinion.
I mean, we got Mystery Heroes coming up next for you on map 5, but map 4, I think you mentioned Cryptic Force on support. I think that's one of the ones I'm most excited to see, but also Juke on DPS. Honestly, I just like ragging on Juke because, Twitch team coordinator and all, but nonetheless, I want to see the man on DPS. Sir Andy on support is going to be an absolute hoot to watch as well. Any other players you want to point out here?
I know Andy is surprisingly good at Hanzo. Playing with him in Pugs when he just wants to chill out, he'll lock the Hanzo, and the man still pops off. So Andy's going to be definitely one to watch here. But, oh, nope, I lied. He's not on DPS. He is on support. So it's definitely going to be very interesting with whatever is going on. So, man, I have no footing to go off of because these guys have never played this before.
I'll go ahead and break the elephant in the room here. Obsidian team takes the series 3-0. We're doing all 5 maps. We're doing all the fun game modes regardless. But Obsidian team wiping the floor with the Amber team so far. Amber has put up a fantastic fight, but the map score is not going to lie to us right now. 3-0 for the Obsidian team, and that can't feel good if you're on the blue side.
100%. I mean, the tank combo, the tank of Sir Andy alone, I think is what has made this Obsidian side so strong. And once...
Didn't we just talk about how Kingdom's Diva was underrated?
Kingdom's Diva is very underrated. Kingdom, man, absolutely insane on the Diva for 3 maps, I think?
Yeah, we didn't really get to notice it really on Dorado, but it really showed in Goats, and I think we'll get to see it even more here if he locks it in. Oh, wait, no. What? He's on support. This is it. This is what we got lined up for you guys tonight. We see Juke on a McCree Arise, locking in the legs this time. Overnight Coder up to the challenge on the Reinhardt. I'm interested to see what he manages to pull out of his back pocket. But we see Shiro and Kaizen locking in the meta composition. That Arista Sigma still strong as ever. Which team do you give an advantage to here?
I don't know. I have, like I said, I have no footing to go off of, but based off of what everybody plays, and based off of what I've seen people do, I'm gonna give it to Obsidian here. Because
I mean,
I know
map score didn't lie in that regard. Honestly, I have to give it to Obsidian. The players look so flexible.
They really do, and it's gonna be very interesting because of this.
The question is, when exactly? Oh, J-Vice swinging in on the ball. He doesn't know when to drop. He finally goes in on the tank, dropping and slamming in. He'll find the kill on the guys alongside his other main tank. Overnight Coder swinging in, figuring out how to play this Reinhardt. It's my first time, don't report me, he says. Backing up behind the corner, giving a little bit more room over here to the Obsidian squad. Charging in the Overnight Coder. Oh my god, he's going for it. And he takes Kingdom with him off the edge of the map. Trying to get knocked alongside. J-Vice and Overnight Coder, the stars here for the end.
Can we get an F in chat for that pin? That's unfortunate for Kingdom there, but definitely for the viewing pleasure, probably one of the better. It was a real hero.
It's definitely about sending a message, not dying. Don't worry. Yeah, it was intense.
I bet you it was. But, oh man.
Pushing in. Slowly giving one corner after another, fighting two picks though. Shiro going off on this Orisa. You know, it's a pretty direct transfer DPS over there. Just Orisa, you know, shoot stuff nonetheless, but still impressive as ever.
Yeah, honestly, Shiro, I haven't seen, I've heard he plays Orisa relatively well, and we're seeing it here. He does play Orisa relatively well. He was the hero of that fight for a reason.
Backline Arise going in with the Bison, a lot of damage. Shiro, but instead of Bizarre taking out Courage. The Bonga used around the corner of the Shadow, fighting nobody here though. Beats the Dragon Blade going in, will be taking out Overnight Coder. Arise will trades right back onto him. Arise still in a position to deal a lot of damage here, but his main tech has to stay alive here. J-Vice needs to be living on this card for as long as he can, and he will be. The mines dropped on the card here, making it a lot more difficult of a hamster to kill. He backs up. He will going to see a little bit more time. He's not dead yet. The tank's finally in, unkept, using his visor, and he gets immediately taken out by Overnight Coder. Hit barely with the charge, and then a fire strike to back it up. Not done yet here is the blue team, but the point inevitably given up.
I give J-Vice all the credit in the world for trying to stall this out, but it did not matter. Between Shiro and Sarandy pumping in damage, they could not get anything done. Shiro and Sarandy are DPS lords on the support and tank right now.
By swinging in yet again, eat the rock to the face, and he will be going down. A little bit of over-aggression. Doesn't really know the hamster's limits, which is completely understandable.
100%. Cryptic Force switching over to that Ana. It's going to be very interesting there. It looks like they're trying to play for Ana Blade, which is a very smart idea. But with this card still moving, I don't think it matters.
At what? Oh, Overnight Coder finds Unkempt, and Kempt definitely somewhere. He's on the stairs behind the blue team. Cryptic Force dropping low in the back line. Beats going in, finds a dash kill on a juke, and the kills continue to roll in for the red side here. The card completely unaltered. Pardon me. English, not my strongest.
It is completely understandable. We will see the Bongo being used by Shiro here. Shiro is doing work on this Orisa right now. And he knows Orisa better than I do, not the actual main thing. But Shiro's putting on an Orisa plant right now.
Shiro again finding another group out of courage. You can't help but imagine this guy has to have some of the biggest damage numbers in the lobby. Vice, Beast, finding the kills on the Juke and J-Vice here in the backline. And Art continuing forward dutifully, but in the backline, Cryptic Force 1v1 in Kingdom on the card, getting a little bit of a teabag in. And Cryptic Force decided, oh, he's still there. He wants another one.
Ooh, the slam!
Wait, can we get a camera on Cryptic Force? He wants someone to do it against Kingdom again. He wants it again. Please, I want to cast this support combat. It's coming in. Kingdom on the backline. He's waiting for it. He gets the bomb. The nade on a Kingdom. Kingdom dropped the half health. Cryptic Force now in, paired up with his team, pushing in. The sandwich maneuver with the support from the backline, and it's a successful one here for the Amber team.
Cryptic Force is playing Ana like a Genji right now, and I freaking love it. Oh man. This is
he tried to get back up there, and he gets the kill on the Courage. He's going in. Overnight Coder swinging in. He has the nano. He has to arrive, but he doesn't have the speed to get on top of the Obsidian team. Courage waiting. It's his turn. He's in on the back line. He's up on top of the stairs, waiting for his one clip, waiting for his Reddit clip of his own here. Overnight Coder charges in and manages to find Shiro. He gets a lot of damage, but he inevitably goes down on his own. Beats drops real low, but nobody's going to be taking him out quite yet. Red team here up with a two-man advantage. We're going to take advantage of it now. Arise goes down on the Genji.
Oh, Cryptic Screamer gets it again. This is amazing.
Oh, Kaizen takes it. Let the Portal Combat go down. The 61 is no fair. Respect it. Please, Kaizen. Part resumes its movement forward as 5 ultimates line up here against the Amber side.
Oh, I think this might be point to the side.
Oh, he gets stunned out of the shatter! Oh, that was huge! Overnight Coder goes to the backside pin and just managed to find at least one person. No, he gets stunned out of it by Unkept and taken out of it immediately. Tyson finds the kill onto Arise. The window dropped, and that ultimate advantage all of a sudden looking a lot worse here as Obsidian team
pushes towards the end of the map. 2 meters, 1 meter, and that will be it. 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Rialto completed.
I want to see Cryptic take on Kingdom in the support 1v1. I really do. Okay? If any of the Obsidian players are watching, let this happen. For Doors and I's sake, please. I think Dor and I would genuinely enjoy that. But
I still don't know if we got the spec off on it, but it was a honorable duel, at least for the first 2 go-rounds.
I know we highlighted it once, but Shiro, kind of resident sleeper on this horse though. Put in a lot of work on this Orisa.
Yeah, I thought this was off rolls.
I guess Shiro plays a little tank in his off time. I don't know. But Shiro has...
Question mark? Smurfing and off rolls? Is this allowed?
Smurfing and off rolls. I don't know. We have Big Boss Man Cav producing for us tonight, so we might have to investigate that one, Cav. But
Banhammer's coming down on the All-Star game. Alright, the question is, can he Smurf and Mr. Yoga? The next map coming up in just a little bit. We'll get into that one, but we see J-Vice and Overnight Coder lock in the Winston Ball. A classic comp of the night seemingly so far. And I like it here. What do you think?
I like this dive. I like this dive setup. We do see Juke on the Widowmaker. I know Juke plays a lot of Ana, so Widowmaker is probably right in his wheelhouse though. In all honesty, from Widow to Ana, we do see Cryptic Force on the Lucio. Oh no.
Looks like that
This is gonna be very interesting to see this Amber side here try to take this.
Alright, pushing in. Vita's Junkrat might actually be the biggest problem in this lobby if they're not able to deal with it. Arise is on the Tracer, but it's almost certain that it's no Rocket, but he isn't on the backline. Attempt dropping uncannily low, and it is Kaizen finding the first pick on Overnight Coder, and Cryptic Force taking one into the drink. Yeah, it's definitely an off roll for him, don't worry.
Cryptic, I make fun of you on Lucio because I know you're okay with it, dude.
You don't have to make fun of him, he just falls in on his own.
True. He's trying to Reddit when he can't Reddit.
J-Vice waiting up here on the top side alongside Overnight Coder. They look like they have no clue what to do, and that makes perfect sense here as they finally get a coordinated dive in, dropping it early, but Shiro taking out Cryptic Force on the backside, going for a little bit of a flank. You're not on main tank anymore, buddy. You don't have 500 HP. Kingdom taking out Overnight Coder this time. His blue team is all over the place right now.
Oh, if they want to run this comp, they need to set something up real quick, and they need to figure out who to dive in. This is a very chaotic fight from the blue team, and they look like they do not know what's going on right now.
Can I see Juke pop off? I want to see Juke pop off.
I want to see this too. I want to see our Twitch overlord get at least 3 kills in one fight.
Alright, Juke's shooting down the bridge, but the red team's cheating by using an invulnerability field, so that's just not fair. You can't blame Juke for that one.
No, we cannot. We do see a Rise very far back in the back line. I don't know what he's trying to do here.
It's so difficult to track these blue team players. Their positioning is so awkward. But J-Vice finally in the muzzle. It's his turn. He goes in with the Primal Rage, diving in, trying to get as much value as he can. Will he ever get a kill? Nobody chases down Sir Andy for a good 10 minutes, that's for sure. No kills going down, but the kills lining up for the red team here is Kaizen and Veets putting in work here on the front line.
Ooh, right as we say that though, a few picks come out for the blue team, but I don't think it'll matter. It's just Overnight Coder there, right on point. But, ooh, right as I say that though, the point does manage to flip.
Looking for some more kills. Finally moving this card forward. 1 minute 50 on the clock. The Amber squad continues dutifully forward, but it's going to be tough to match the time that you have this much going on.
Yeah, I'd say we do see J-Vice getting really aggressive here, as we do see Shiro trying to get something going. We do see Beats has that ultimate, could be the turning point in this fight.
J-Vice going in. He seems to be learning this monkey as he goes. He's getting a lot of value now. Beats goes in with the tire, and it's going to find J-Vice, but is it enough is the question. He's the last man alive, and no, it won't be. The card pushes over, and that's going to be the 8 point taken here for our Amber team.
I will admit, J-Vice has been picking up this monkey as he has been going. He has been having a little more support to help him out with Overnight Coder, bubbling him as he does go in, and Cryptic Force kind of...
What's Cryptic Force doing?
I don't know.
Wait, who's in on the back line now? What, Overnight Coder's... He's grabbing 3 people, but he doesn't know there's an invulnerability field on him.
I don't... This is hard to cast because everybody is all over the place.
To quote Esteban from the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, what is this?
This is a disaster.
This is a disaster.
Oh boy, we do see Cryptic Force and J-Vice both have their ults up, but I don't know if it'll matter.
Unkempt has the high noon. Oh, he gets one on Arise though on the backline. Kingdom Unkempt going in the best they can here. Evening up the kills here though for the red team, not over yet. Amber really needs a foothold here, and J-Vice is looking to give it to him. He's in on Kingdom on the backline. He gets the kill on the Zenyatta. Finally, Juke taking out Beast on the Tracer. Playing the counter pretty well here. The tanks though still alive in this Indian squad, doing the best they can. Kaizen slept on the cart. Support and Unkempt are left alive, but they'll surely get picked off here by Rise.
Overnight Coder has been absolutely shredding people whenever he gets those nanos. He's been getting so much charge off of J-Vice that he's just able to shred through the whole team. And Overnight Coder's doing a lot of work on this Zarya.
And it's not going to be a point B quite yet as Obsidian look to recontest here. Courage getting stunned, but not out yet. He's so low in this mini room. He won't be going down until just now, and the Red Team picks up another fight to their name.
Yeah, this should be just point taken for the side of the Obsidian team here. We do see.
No, you've got it backwards. Obsidian's on defense. Amber just somehow ended up all behind them on the opposite side of the point.
I apologize. This is very chaotic.
This game is something. Cryptic Force moving forward, charging right clicks. He doesn't have tanks and he doesn't need them.
The frontline Zenyatta.
This man's going in. Overnight Coder finally managing to get in front of his Force. Juke on the high ground takes out the Kingdom. Obviously, Gravitic Flux does make pick up Cryptic Force. A fantastic bow from Overnight Coder, going to keep him alive a little bit longer. Beats moving in on the Tracer, trying to find one kill in the backline here, and he does. On the Juke it'll be, though. A bit further. And another kill on the J-Vice. And Cryptic Force going down another fight. For Obsidian team, 56 seconds on the clock. Amber team's not looking too hot.
No, they are not. The Gravitic Flux got everybody very low in that fight. And this should just be map 1 for the side of the Obsidian team here.
Right, pushing in. They need it. I think we all know what they need. They need a coordinated push.
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. They have looked so uncoordinated this whole time. They're just going in when they want to, and I don't think it really matters. Cryptic in the backline though with the Baptiste.
He's jumping back and forth over the wall. Alright, that's enough of that. Orion we can pick off of the distraction from Cryptic Force is what it was. That's definitely it. Unkempt though on the back line getting 2 of his own. Cryptic Force trying to find him, trying to hunt him down on the Baptiste, doing more damage than the soldier. We all know that. Unkempt finding the kill on Overnight Coder. And Unkempt closes this fight on his own. He's like 1 HP and he rolls into an Ana. Probably not the wisest decision there, but it's enough that he's done in this fight. And in overtime, this one's gonna end here for the Amber squad. Up 4-0 Obsidian team. The 4 Overwatch. I know we've all heard of it, but can they pull off the legendary 5 Overwatch?
That's a good question. I would love to see the 5 Overwatch. I think everybody here would like to see it too. But this was a very big lift from Rise here. Shiro though was kind of the unsung hero, putting in a lot of work on this Orisa. Man, very chaotic game, but very fun game none the least.
Okay, I think we can definitively say Obsidian has a better teamwork. But you know what matters more than teamwork?
What is that?
RNG and Mystery Heroes. Let's go, baby. We're taking it to Mystery Heroes here for our final map of the day, as it will be Ilios. And loading in for the Amber squad, we'll get Arise, J-Vice, HQC, who we haven't gotten to see all night, Cryptic Force, Ice, and Bandito. So a really solid roster coming in here for the Amber squad, giving them the best chance at picking up this map. And for the Obsidian side, we'll see Unkempt, Shiro, Kingdom, Kaizen, Pyro, and Rocket coming in. Mystery Heroes is something. And this is coming from somebody who's played, I've played a decent amount of Mystery Heroes. And one of the biggest things to realize is when you just don't have a good team comp and you just need to die. Once you get a good team comp, You can stay on it. You can stay on it for a while. You'll win one fight. You'll win more than one fight. You can get ultimates. You can start to roll. But if you don't learn to accept when you have a bad composition, when you need to just go in and get those hero resets, it's going to be a disaster. The question is, which one of these teams is the first to realize that?
It'll be very interesting to find that out. But Mystery Heroes is such a fun game mode because of the RNG, because of all that. And I kind of feel like if you can get your ult first, you have a very significant advantage.
Getting ultimates at all in this game mode is a complete, not coin flip, but the first team to get a cohesive team composition, I'll say, has a extreme advantage here. And I don't mean to play up RNG. Obviously, there's something to do with how flexible these players are. Having a player like Sheer on your team, of course, is going to be extremely helpful. Same with Kingdom and Kaizen, who have looked fantastic on the off rolls. But, I mean, everything goes out the window with Mystery Heroes. And Ilios, no less, the map with plenty of opportunity to be knocking people off. I can't wait to see what we get here. Who do you give in this RNG fest? Do you have any advantage to give?
I'm going to say Obsidian. They just look like based off the team of Rocket, Kaizen, Kingdom, Unkempt, Pyro, and Shiro, they've shown that a lot of these guys are very diverse in their hero pools. I would not be surprised if because of that they have the slight advantage here.
All right, real quick. Obsidian is up 4-0. I know one other team that won a lot of stuff 4-0. Can I get an Obsidian rage face in the chat? That's all I want. Obsidian rage face. Forget commit. This is the new squad. They're locking it in for Transcendence tier. These guys are going at it 4-0, but Amber up to the task of picking up a 1 for, I don't want to say the dignity, but, you know, bring one home. You know how it is?
Yeah, I feel like for pride, it would be good if they take one home. Oh, and the comps already unveiled. Nope, I'm wrong. So, let's break these down, Door.
Okay, you can have Amber. I'll take Obsidian.
So for the side of Amber, we have Bandito on the Doomfist, Courage on the Junkrat, Arise on the Orisa, Ice on the Legs, also known as Soldier 76, J-Vice on the Mercy, Cryptic Force on the Hanzo. Very DPS reliant, one tank and one healer. Looks like the old style of competitive games I used to play.
All right, on the opposing side, we have the Obsidian squad loading up with plenty of damage and plenty of tanks, but not a support to be found here. We're gonna have to try to break these team compositions down as they change, and I swear we'll do our best, but this is gonna be a tricky one. I think I gotta give the advantage to the Amber squad here, though. Having a single healer is such a big advantage here. Pushing in Pyro! Finds an early pick onto Bandito, making it 5 versus 6, but Arise taking right back onto Unkempt. That main tank now down here. The Obsidian squad, they have no one to stand behind. The Diva goes in on Rocket. Obsidian slowly pushing their way past this Amber squad, but the kill is still in favor of the blue team. Make more. You know what? No, I'm wrong. Kaizen's gonna go off in the back line. Symmetra in Mystery Heroes is something.
They still don't have a healer. They have no heals whatsoever. But it shows that you don't need a healer to do good in this game, as we just saw in that first push there.
J-Vice, I have a question for you. How much Mystery Heroes do you play?
Teleporter online. Remove quickly.
How much Mystery Heroes do you play?
Me?
Yeah,
I don't play too. I'm sorry, I'm not J-Vice, but
yeah, no, you would know that there's a solid chance you just don't get a healer for the entirety of the game if you're the Obsidian squad here. However, it doesn't look like it's going to be stopping them anytime soon. The kill's rolling in for the red side here, pushing forward, Rocket finding another pick on the Courage. Question is, oh no, Arise finding one on the Kyra with a hog on point. Can be pretty strong here if he can manage to stay alive. Arise doing it all on his own, finds 2 picks to his name. Rocket getting the final pick onto a Bandito, onto another hog here. Looking for the bomb though is
that was pretty
Rocket.
That was kind of tactical though inside of Rocket. That was taking down the 118. Got a fresh one.
Big tactical bomb. The Dragon coming in from Cryptic Force will manage to find Unkempt and raiding, and Rockets though is Pyro. On that Pyro, a little bit of a comfort pick for him. That's going to be a pretty big advantage coming into this one.
We have 3 Lucios from the side of the Obsidian squad right now.
You said they didn't have healers, and Jeffrey.
Man, he must have. He gave him all Lucio.
There is no in between. You get 3, and they have Rocket on Moira. This composition could work. 3 Lucios, a Reinhardt, a Moira, and how do you kill this?
You don't. I think you just have to get lucky. Pick off the
He
Lucio.
finds one on 2 on Kempt, and that's the way to start. But Kaizen pushing it on the Mei. He is a threat and a half right now. That's terrifying. And unkempt onto another Mei. Oh no, this is disaster here for the Amber squad. Courage trying to do something on point, but there's absolutely no way to kill everybody here on the Obsidian squad. They last so long, and Kingdom and Shiro and the Lucio is flying around the point, and that'll be a 99-0. First map here of Ilios. Go! Oh yeah. Overtime's gonna take over. First map goes to the Obsidian.
Even without a healer, they showed how resilient they were. They took that point 1 with only soldier heals, if you really think about it. So,
Does that count?
hey, you know, he puts out some healing for his team. But, I don't know.
Oh no.
Tor, Bastion, Soldier, 2 Divas, and a Reinhardt. Oh, fun. I don't think Kaizen will be able to set up, though, going against 2 Sombras.
It doesn't matter. This is peak Overwatch. If you don't like it, leave. This is peak Overwatch. As we see Bandito and Courage, both on the Sombra, which is either a good thing or a bad thing. I'm gonna be honest, double Sombra doesn't sound too great if you're asking me. But Ice on to a Roadhog, always gonna be a good hero. And Cryptic Force has a lot to offer up on this point if he can get his turret set up in time.
100%. And I don't think they will, though. I think it's just gonna be, Kaizen gets hacked very early on. That's unfortunate.
You know what though? This Bastion's gonna be able to set up on point almost immediately. He's ready, he's in position. He's just getting topped off as best he can. Unkempt has a shield. Oh no, he doesn't. He's going down immediately. Ice finds the pick onto Kaizen, finds the hook onto him rather. Not gonna be finishing off the kills. Kaizen using Kingdom's soldier healing field to keep himself alive, but it's not enough as J-Vice raining in the arrows from the side, and Kingdom's gonna be killing himself with his own rockets, I think?
I am not completely sure, but the double Sombra is paying up a lot of. Okay, they still have the double Sombras up. I want to see a double EMP.
Double EMP. Imagine being hacked for 10 seconds straight. That feels good.
Then get hacked on top of that by 2 Sombras.
Guess what, J-Vice? We get to break down another composition. Rocket on Reaper, Kaizen on Pharah, and then we get a Soldier, Mei, Hanzo, and a Junkrat. This is pick potential incarnate, and there's one for you. Make it 2.
Dora, I hate to break it to you, but you got the wrong J. J-Vice is playing, I'm J-Star.
Oh no, man. Why'd you guys gotta do me like this? Alright, I was trying to push on the point. Gain this team some semblance of control back, but he's not gonna be able to do it. Instead, he's just gonna get frozen by his Mei. He does have a hog, though. Ultimates are such an advantage in this game. Only takes 2 to his name here, and he takes out Kingdom and Unkempt. Shiro chucking mines into the point. Does manage to take out J-Vice, and Pyro train right back on the Curse. Even in our team score up here, finds one more on the Bandito. Cryptic Force hopping right off the map. And Ice, the next man here, should be going down soon enough. Yeah, he gets taken off the hog. Probably should have jumped off the map to maintain that hero if he was able to, but doesn't look like he decides to.
No. Did you see Bandito getting a bash and Ice on the Widowmaker here? Very, very pick potential comps once again, like you mentioned before. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Obsidian team tries to go about this.
It's going to be a tricky push in as there's a lot of spam damage to be avoided, especially coming out of Shiro and Pyro. But Ice is up to the task here as he's looking for a headshot. But Rocket literally just walks up to Bandito on the Bastion and shows him who's boss. Looking for one more here onto Ice, but Ice running away for his life. And Rocket decides J-Vice is the next man in his sights. And another one onto Courage. Rocket, what on earth is this Roadhog? Another!
Rocket's putting on a Roadhog clinic right now. He needs to show Courage how to play Roadhog. Man. But
Courage hasn't gotten Roadhog at all. In this video. That's unlucky, dude.
Yeah, like you said, the RNG. Man, RNG can play such a big part on who wins these.
Pushing it. More kills! More kills the way of this Obsidian squad, and another whole hog coming out of Rocket. A fantastic one at that. Well used
in the choke. Unkempt has his Coalescence up, which is going to be, again, any ultimate is a massive advantage in this game mode. And Cryptic Force, oh no, he falls a little bit too high. And Unkempt looking to punch it, but yeah, there's nobody there. This is a Coalescence for the ages. Courage taking out Pyro trading right back on the J-Vice. So Shiro floating above on Genji, looking for something on the back line. But he is seemingly smarter guy. He's like, nah, anybody get kills on. Instead, it's going to be Ice and Arise laying in the damage on the front line of Obsidian Squad here. Getting on the point is Courage, but Arise deflects a little bit of Barrage back into Kaizen's face, giving a little bit of a taste of his own medicine. Rocket doing the best he can on point here. He can punch out. He has the potential. We've seen him do it, but it won't be. Instead, J-Vice is going to kill not only Rocket, but himself as well with those rockets.
Tactical reset, you know.
That's a double kill. That counts as 2.
No, he got a 3K that fight, but it will not matter as we see Shiro picking up the Bandito.
Wait, is Shiro about to do it on his own? Genji fight! Oh, and Shiro gets the better of Horizon. Just barely the dash has enough damage. He dashes in here onto J-Vice. If he made up, he gets the blade off. Shiro! Oh my god, he does it! And it's gonna be another one as he forces Ice off the edge of the map. And Shiro single-handedly takes the entire point.
Shiro got 6. Man, that was very unlucky for this side.
Overtime over. 5 Overwatch. Obsidian Squad, your Discord All-Stars.
Wait,
these are the guys that have done it. Do we play to 3?
I think we're playing to 3, Door. We get to see, well, the map everybody's wanted.
Empire on Lucio. Okay, Bandito's on Farah. We're getting booped. We're getting everything wrong. Hey, Kingdom and Unkempt on Reinzart. I feel really, really bad for Amber. This is insult to injury. Their composition does not look too hot, dude.
This is unfortunate. They literally have everything they need to win this.
5, 4.
Oh,
wait.
No.
Pyro's saying in chat they have an actual comp. As they get Rocket on Ashe, Kaizen on Farah, Shiro on a Mercy to go with it, Pyro on Lucio, on Well, mind you, Kingdom and Unkempt on Ryan's. This is disgusting. If Obsidian do not win this map, oh! A pick from Cairo! Gonna be knocking him into the hole, but Rocket gonna be stealing that one before he can even touch the ground. Going down early. That's one of the supports out of the way. It's going to be huge here if this Amber team can slowly pick apart the composition from the Obsidian Squad. Obsidian Squad will have a distinct advantage in the beginning here. They almost definitely will get the first point take, but the question is, will the Amber team be able to take apart this composition one hero by one? It only takes a kill to change a hero, but getting them is so difficult when the composition is this strong.
100%. We do see Kingdom going down. We did see Kingdom going down really early on the Reinhardt. This Rise picks up Kingdom. But
you know, Pyro went down on Lucio, and he just came back on Moira.
And got Moira.
Yeah, no, well, GG's. That, I'm not, Amber can do this if they play it right, but this is gonna be really tough for them to bring back. Yeah, Kingdom looking to push his way around the side, but it's gonna be Pyro and Unkempt who are to meet them on the other end. Curse finding a melee kill onto a Moira, interestingly enough. Not something you see every day. But J-Vice and Arise spawning back in on a Bastion and a McCree. It's really just not the composition you need to see, but Courage finds a pick on 2 Unkempt. That's one of the tanks out of the way. This composition slowly getting worse here for Obsidian, and it looks like that might just be enough as they're forced onto 6 DP, or no, 5 DPS and a Mercy.
Oh man. Okay, they did get a Lucio and they did get a Sigma. So it's not all that terrible, but 2 McCrees against this top kind of shut it down very easily. This guy's still on that farm. So it's gonna be very interesting.
One of them should set up in a little bit of a threatening position, but nobody wants to step on a point, as there's just not really any shield in the game. Kingdom's kinetic barrier, the only thing available, as Kaizen takes out 2, knocking out the Bastion. Ice make it 3. Oh my gosh, he's popping right off. Horizon gets picked on the right side, taking off the shoulder. He's probably thankful for that. If anything, Kaizen adding a little bit more to his name, taking Bandito right on his guy, as it looks like Obsidian are going to just charge this one right on that.
Oh man, we do see Pyro hit onto her eyes. There's one of the McCrees down. It was the McCree with a higher percentage too, which is unfortunate. Side to Amber though still doesn't have a barrier.
And now we're seeing Amber side, honestly, in Mystery Zenyatta only does not really count as much of a healer here.
and J-Vice is gonna struggle to be able to do enough here for his side. He's just kind of a substitute DPS player, if anything. Oh, and he gets knocked into the pit. Doesn't matter. He's gone. Kaizen with a fantastic boop onto him. Death comes as underneath the TP's eye, but it's not going to matter. Unkept and Kaizen are raining in rockets from the sky onto Bandito. He has no clue what to do. He's backing up, trying to get the health back. He's trying to stay alive for this overtime. But Cryptic Force is going to be the man set to the task of running him down, and he does. Pyro going to be trading right back onto him, though.
The RNG right now for the Obsidian team. 2 Bastions, 2 Fars, a Reaper, and a Mercy. I don't think it matters. I think this is game over for the side of Amber. Well fought. We'll see Bandito being less.
You know what? If you're Amber, at least you can blame RNG for the 5th map. But you all saw it with your eyes. That's the Obsidian All-Star Discord team taking it up 5 Overwatch for us tonight. Of course, that was some of our last play of the of 2019. So I mean, I'm just gonna send a little thank you real quick to everybody who's helped out. 2019's been a great year, but pushing in, I thank you to all these players. They put on a fantastic show for us tonight, and I love all the sportsmanship we got to see. We got to see a lot of wacky plays, a lot of things that people were maybe not so comfortable on, and it may or may not have shown. But really some fantastic games, and you really have to hand it to Obsidian for being able to bring together a team so well on such short notice. They looked really coordinated, didn't they?
Yeah, they look super coordinated. I think it was because Sir Andy, he's such a good tank player that he's able to just let his comms carry games. And I think it showed in the first few maps where they were able to play together and they were able to do whatever they could to try to win this.
Yeah, and win it they did. Again, your winners for the night, Obsidian team. And that is all of the games we have for you for 2019. Of course, there is still one more episode of the Tranquility Podcast coming to you this Monday, 8:30. Don't miss it. Last one of the year. They're going to be breaking down Discord finals as well as a lot of the changes going into the 2020 season and all sorts of stuff that we have in store for you. Some of the last little bits of stuff being revealed on that stream. I wouldn't want to miss it if I was you guys. But for tonight, we've had the Obsidian and Amber teams go at it. All stars for Discord. They did a fantastic job. I have been Door at Door_OW. And this has been with J-Star. Is there anything you want to shout out real quick?
Feel free to follow me on Twitter at _RealJStar. And I'm proud that you managed to get my name right at the very end, Door. I'm messing with you. No hard feelings, man.
I'm doing my best. Thanks again to Cavalier for doing production on this one. And we will see you guys on Monday. Take it easy.
Experience tranquility.